should never let anyone discourage you from following your passions, because you could miss out on an adventure more rewarding than you could have ever imagined. Lisa Garcia could have played it safe, but she chose to step out, move to the other side of the country, and now owns her own business doing what she loves, helping people achieve a healthier lifestyle. We're here in Cookeville, Tennessee at Cleanse Wellness Spa with owner Lisa Garcia. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So let's get started with the basics. Tell us a little bit about Cleanse Wellness Spa.
We are an internal cleansing and detox spa here in the Upper Cumberland, and we love serving the people here. We find that people really need the services that we're offering. They're popular on the West Coast and on the East Coast, but they're kind of a little bit new coming here. We do colonics, colon hydrotherapy, electrolymphatic drainage therapy, far infrared sauna, and we also do ionic foot detoxes here.
So walk us through, what does all that mean?
Well, our bodies can get overwhelmed with toxins pretty easy, and so cleaning them out and assisting our bodies are very important. That's a very important thing to do. And so a colonic will clean out, your colon and with warm filtered water, and of course then the lymphatic treatment will help stimulate the lymph and drainage of the lymph in the proper places that it needs to go. That's really important because the heart filters and pumps the blood, but you yourself are your own pump for the lymph. So if you're not getting enough activity, that can be a problem because lymph and gut health affect the immune system directly. And then the far infrared sauna, it heats your body from the inside out, lowers blood pressure, and really helps with low-lying inflammation, as does the foot detox. So just important to keep your body clean. There's a lot of outside factors these days.
So what kind of customers do you see coming in here?
I see a wide range of customers, men and women, usually late 20s to 65 and beyond. Usually they are dealing with some sort of gut issues in the beginning. So they have constipation, impaction, they have dealt with slow lymphatic systems, which results in them getting sick all the time. So they're always having that chronic health issue going on as far as they can't seem to shake the cold, or every time their kid comes home from school, they're getting sick. Those are the kind of people I see, people that want to up their game, lose the bloat, people that are just trying to clean their body and feel better.
Now you said you moved 2,200 miles. Where'd you come from?
I came from San Diego.
Okay, how did you get to Cookeville, Tennessee?
It was the closest city I could get and still be near my favorite, which is Jamestown. We had some friends in church in San Diego that we loved very much for 12 years, and they were from Jamestown. And so we moved to Jamestown for a couple years in 2015, and we really loved it. We had like a little taco shop over there on the 127. And then we moved back to San Diego for about 5 years, and now we're here to stay.
So did you come to Cookeville with the express purpose of opening the wellness spa, or did that just kind of organically happen?
I knew I was going to open a wellness spa, and I wanted to wait till I got to Cookeville to do it because I felt like on the West Coast, I would be another colonic place, another wellness spa, and they do an amazing work over there, and I feel like they're servicing the people well. In San Diego, I could be open 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And still have a wait. Here, the business is a little bit slower in starting because I'm just getting my name out there and trying to show people the value in what this is, and because they know that they're not feeling good, but they don't really understand what they can do about it. And proper gut health has everything to do. Most of your serotonin is produced in your gut, so the brain-gut connection is big. A lot of people are depressed and they're on depression medicine, but their gut's out of whack. That's what's happening. So colonics is a great addition to, if you're going to see a chiropractor or a Western medical doctor and you're getting help for your gut health, colonics can be a great way to help that along.
So, coming from a big city like San Diego, what are some of the notable differences that you've seen in addition to what we've already talked about?
Well, like I said, here, I feel like a lot of people need the services. We're in San Diego, they've got a health journey, but they're already like yoga instructors. It's not the more common person. It's somebody that's a marathon runner. But here, I see that a lot of people really need the services, and they're coming in and they're finding relief. Some people just don't want to come out and say that they need colonics. So that's kind of another little hurdle that I'm getting over here. I try to add humor to it. I did take some advice from Tyler Asher over at the Small Business Development Center. I love them. They have been really huge and helpful to me here. I take advantage of all their services. But anyway, he said that I needed to get people involved with me and get my name out there as like the colon queen or the colon whisperer. And I've chosen colon queen. And I try to bring humor to that. And people appreciate that because some people when they come in here, especially gentlemen, they're feeling a little bit nervous dealing with me. They don't really know know me, and their wives are the ones usually that have talked them into coming in and seeing me. A lot of times the wife will come with the husband and sit in there with them. And they're just concerned with their health. They know that their husbands aren't looking well, they're not feeling well. They just want their husbands to have relief. So I'm trying to bring some humor into it. Even though it's a serious business, I feel like it can be taken lightly.
So you're a board certified therapist, you're providing the therapy, but you're also running a business. How do you make that balance?
You know, I don't really feel like a business owner. I come in and I work hard just like I did for the people I worked with in San Diego. So I come in early and I stay late and I keep the place clean, and I have kind of a high business integrity. I've always done that, and that's why my friends and my trainer in San Diego, my teacher, thought it would be a great thing for me to open my own place as well rather than work with somebody else. So it doesn't really seem like that, except for when I have to get my taxes and weird stuff done. That really freaks me out. But see, someday I'll be able to hire someone to take care of a lot of that stuff for me. But for now, I just love being with the people. I love chatting their faces off. They seem to love it, and everyone that comes in leaves here with a really big smile on their face, and I've gotten some great reviews from that.
So you've been in business for about 6 months now. Well, congratulations first off for that. Second, what has been your experience so far with opening the business to 6 months later?
So first of all, I have to stop comparing this to San Diego, because in San Diego, there was a lot more business. But I think that the reason we're still a little bit slow is not just because it's a new business, but it's because it's a new business. Do you know what I mean? Any new business comes here and is slow. I mean, I have people that I've become friends with through networking and different things that I'm a part of, the Upper Cumberland Women's Club, and just wonderful people that I've met. And any new business takes time. And so I try to take my mind off of that, and I try to pour myself, when I don't have clients, into doing things like getting the Start Your Startup class done at the Biz Foundry, or going to different things with the Chamber of Commerce and the business after hours. And I try to network and educate as best as I can. And so that's what I do.
So, you know, you've mentioned the Small Business Development Center a couple times. You also mentioned the Biz Foundry. We do a lot of work with them. I'm willing to bet that there's been some more resources that they've provided.
Yes. Tyler, first of all, is awesome. I contacted Tyler when I got his name from a friend of mine that used to run the Chamber of Commerce in Jamestown. So when I moved here, it was a very comfortable landing because he put me directly in contact with the people at the chamber that I needed to meet with, and I started meeting with him. Then he gave me over to Jody Pitts, and Jody Pitts has been phenomenal. She's met with me I don't know how many times. She's talked to me about social media. She's put me in contact and hooked me up with PJ Barnes, who is an excellent intern, helped me do a brochure that we're about to put out to the public and to medical providers, hoping to get some referrals from the local medical community. And so she has been, and he has been, phenomenal in hooking me up to get me to everywhere else I need to be.
So what about the Biz Foundry? You mentioned Start Up Your Startup.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I've heard about the Biz Foundry from another friend of mine. I've gone to a couple of Powered by Her luncheons. I wish I could do more, but sometimes it's in the middle of the workday. But I went to Start Up Your Startup. I was very pleased. Jess was very helpful. Recently went to a SEO class over there that was very helpful. So I feel like here, the biggest difference between here and San Diego as a new business owner is that in San Diego, I'm sure that they have all those resources, but it's like a needle in the haystack trying to find them. It's just a really competitive market, high volume, fast paced. It's just not for me. I'm happy to be in a smaller environment.
Now, sometimes small business owners may be aware of SBDC or Biz Foundry, but they're a little hesitant to take advantage of those resources. What would you tell them?
I would tell them, unless you're a millionaire, then you should take advantage. And even if you are a millionaire, because they can at least provide you with networking. They make your life easier here. If you're starting a business, you want to give yourself every opportunity that you can to succeed, because businesses are hard to start and they're hard to keep open. So why wouldn't you take advantage of all these programs funded by grants with professionals that are trained in their fields to help you every step of the way from opening your business to closing your business? It just makes sense to do that.
So last question for you. You've been in business for 6 months. There's a lot of people that watch this show that are thinking about starting a business, but they just haven't been able to cross that fence yet. What advice would you give to them 6 months in?
6 months in, keep the faith. 6 months in, if you really want to do it, do it. We jumped in with 2 feet, and we've actually surprised some of the people that would have done things differently than me. Like, for example, I didn't take out business loans. I saved all my money that I possibly could, and I paid cash for everything, right? So if you can get away from financing certain things, for me at least, because money can be slow, do that if you can. Also, check out the local Facebook marketplace. These people in this area have wonderful things that they're selling at great prices. Just start off small, little bites. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. So I wouldn't go out there and rent the biggest space, the fanciest space, buy the fanciest stuff unless you can afford it, right? I would take your time. I would bathe it in prayer. I would get wise counsel, because in the multitude of counselors, that's when you're going to make your best decisions to keep you safe. And I would really just pray over your business and get educated on who your market's going to be, and try your best to focus on those people. And don't worry about the competition. Competition drives excellence.
Lisa, this has been a wonderful conversation. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.